I start harassing. Harass. I start harassing his mineral line. Anyway, he he doesn't build any military units to, wipe me out if I become a threat. He just starts building battle cruisers. And in the end, it bites him in the ass because he thinks he's got the game won. He even called GG. You guys probably saw that. But it's not over till it's over, and I start harassing his mineral line. And eventually, yeah. Yeah. He scans it, but I just move my Dark Templar out of the way, and he's got a Raven, but he doesn't have any military units, really, to deal with my Dark Templar. I kill the Hellion, and I just start going to town with his SCVs. And, eventually he deals with them eventually, but after I've done a lot of damage. Because he has no military. He's saving up for all his battle cruisers. That's what he's doing over here, He's built a couple of Vikings, but doesn't really have an army now. He just had those ghosts and, attacked me with those. And, good pizza. Anyway. Meanwhile, I'm building 2 assimilators, and, he's got 3 Hellions on the way to my base. But he didn't deal with my pylon, and I built a bunch of Zealots and a Dark Templar. No, wait, that's a ghost. So yeah, I built a bunch of Zealots, and I start, harassing his mineral line. This harass isn't really... Yeah. Oh, pizza. Pizza's good. Love pizza. Anyway. Oh yeah, the harass. Yeah, yeah. He loses a lot of NS... He could have saved most of those SCVs. Just like I could have saved my mineral line. But now, I got a Dark Templar, I got Stalkers because I realized the only detector is just one Raven. And, my economy's up and running again. And, yeah. As it turns out, I lose the pylon, but not before I warp in another Dark Templar. I move this over here. So, yeah. Let's, follow the Dark Templar for a moment. While I eat my pizza. Yeah. Good. Yeah, okay, now it's moving in. What was I talking about? I had pizza, so, yeah. I'm happy. Anyway. What's going on? Oh yeah, I'm doing a commentary. He's got his first Thor out. He's starting to build turrets around, but he's still got, this is his entire army, and a small group of Marines is somewhere around here. And he's got his first battle cruiser out. But I have 2 bases fully up and running. He's got a couple SCVs here, a single SCV mining here, and so his income's low. That said, he's been spending a lot. And my harasses are starting to, dwindle. But I do see that battle cruiser. And I start building Dark Templar in my base in the event of an assault. And I start building more gateways, more pylons, because I got resources now. And he's on his way to my base with Marines and ghosts and, stuff. And I have some Dark Templar, some Stalkers. My army's bigger than his, because he's going, I nuke rushed and wiped out his mineral line and I'm getting battle cruisers now, but, he shouldn't have done that. He should have made a standing military. This is a ranked game, It's not over until the fat lady sings. And he's going for a tech snipe at this point. But I don't remember what I pulled those Dark Templar back for. Oh, that's what it was for. It was to kill the ghost. And I lost this, but that's okay. My Dark Templar had already served their purpose, and he was already starting to defend his mineral line. No, and stuff like that. So yeah, I got more gateways up. I got lots of pylons. I got lots of resources. I got an income, and my opponent doesn't have an army. And he's just building battle cruisers. This is his army. Wahoo. Wahoo. And I think these stalkers deal with it. I got 6 gates up. 3 more on the way. I got observers on the way. I got lots of resources in the bank because he let me build. And now my stalkers wipe out his army. Because he had no real army to speak of. And you know what? You know what? He could have won the game. No? He could have won. And I lose these stalkers, but I got 9 warp gates up now. And I set my probe to, you can set my observer. You can set observers to follow units, and I make use of that, and I start following around, I set it to follow the medevac. And I got stalkers here. They were going to harass, but there's actually nothing at that expansion of any note. And as it turns out, this missile turret was never completed. My Dark Templar killed it right in time. And, yeah. Well. So, now my opponent has a small army, but not really much of an economy. I have more probes at this one base than he has at all 3 of his bases combined. And he's attacking with his 2 battle cruisers, but I have all these stalkers now. And he's got his upgrades for his battle cruisers, but battle cruisers aren't what they're hyped up to be, especially versus mass stalker. So yeah, let's follow the stalkers. Control-Shift F. Follow. And I'm gonna eat my pizza. Pizza. It's good. So yeah, like I was saying, I found his expansion, and now I've got an army and he doesn't, because he decided to tech the battle cruisers and not build anything. And he's finally built some SCVs and stuff, and he's mining from his high mineral, high yield, whatever it is. Especially called rich mineral fields nowadays. And he loses this expansion. He could have saved all those SCVs, and he could have saved the command center. Because this is my military at this point. I'm building more stalkers, but they're still in my base. I'm massing them up. And, you know, I got observers, I got, you know, a couple observers and stalkers. You know, a battle cruiser. It's dying. And I got a whole bunch of more stalkers on the way, because that's what happens when you get 9 warp gates. Yay, pizza. Pizza's awesome. He sends in 2 Vikings to try and destroy all this, and I'm just warping a couple more stalkers and deal with them. And now I have a stalker army that's on the way. So yeah. I don't think Marines are very good with the stalkers. Love pizza. Anyway, to recap things, my opponent went her, yeah, see, now he's complaining. Seriously, what the fuck? My opponent's now complaining because he went for an epic finish. He went her, I nuked someone, I wiped out his mineral line. There's no way he can win, so I'm just going to go battle cruisers and not bother building any other military units. And it comes back and it bites him in the ass for it. And here I use the stalker trick and send them all over here to this natural expansion. So, yeah, important lesson for everybody. Really important lesson. The game's not over until the other person quits, even if they type GG. Because in this case, my opponent typed GG for me. He said GG when he sent in his second nuke, and he thought this was over. And I figured he'd just stomp me with, and then he figured he'd just stomp me with battlecruisers, and, he gets his ass kicked by masked stalkers. I got a whole bunch of Dark Templar, you know, warp prisms here. That's the warp prism that I made at the beginning of the game, and it's still around. Bunch of Dark Templar, lots of stalkers. And he should have finished me off when he had the chance. And now he doesn't have that chance. And now he loses. Yeah. And now he's saying he just didn't know how to counter it. Well, you know, if you had an army... Yeah, see? What, no GG? He typed GG earlier when he thought I was going to lose, but no. People. They're so rude nowadays. And now the game's over. He left. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. And I'll see you guys next time.